Welcome to Ancient Enigmas, the channel that unravels the mysteries and legends of the past. Join us on a captivating journey through history as we uncover the secrets that have fascinated humanity for centuries. From lost civilizations to mythical tales that shaped our culture, we explore the events that left an indelible mark on our world. Mermaids and Sirens, two captivating and alluring mythical creatures, have captivated the imaginations of people throughout history, beckoning them to explore the mysteries of the sea. These enigmatic beings, known for their ethereal beauty and enchanting songs, have become an integral part of folklore and legends worldwide. Delving deeper into the realm of these enchanting creatures, we discover that while mermaids and sirens may seem synonymous at first glance, they possess unique origins and distinctive characteristics that set them apart, making their individual stories all the more enthralling. Mermaids are fascinating mythological beings that have captured the imaginations of people for centuries. They are commonly described as having the upper body of a human and the lower body of a fish. The upper body is usually portrayed as that of a beautiful young woman, while the lower body is depicted as a fish's tail. The concept of mermaids can be found in folklore and legends across different cultures throughout history. Although the exact origins of mermaid legends are uncertain, they have been recorded in various civilizations around the world. Here's a few examples. In Roman mythology, mermaids were referred to as Nereids. The Nereids were a group of sea nymphs who played an important role in the realm of the sea. They were often described as the daughters of Nereus, a sea god, and Doris, a sea nymph. The Nereids were known for their beauty and enchanting voices, and they were often depicted as young women with fishtails or as half-human, half-fish creatures. The Nereids were closely associated with the sea and its various aspects and phenomena. They were believed to have the ability to shapeshift and could transform into different forms at will. They were considered the attendants and companions of Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, and were often depicted alongside him in artwork and mythology. The Nereids were believed to have control over the sea's elements, and were associated with its different aspects, such as waves, currents, and sea creatures. They were also considered protectors of sailors, and were often invoked for safe voyages and protection against storms. Sailors would offer prayers and sacrifices to the Nereids before setting sail to ensure their favor and guidance. These sea nymphs were also known for their musical talents, and were often depicted singing and playing musical instruments such as lyres or conch shells. Their songs were said to be enchanting and capable of luring sailors or causing calm seas and favorable winds. The Nereids were a diverse group, and different individuals among them were associated with specific aspects of the sea. For example, Thetis, one of the most famous Nereids, was the mother of Achilles, the Greek hero of the Trojan War. Another well-known Nereid was Amphitrite, who became the wife of Neptune. Each Nereid had her own unique attributes and characteristics, reflecting the diverse nature of the sea. Norse mythology, on the other hand, has its own aquatic beings resembling mermaids, known as the Merrow or Marrows. These creatures are an integral part of the sea-dwelling folk within Norse folklore. The Merrow are depicted as beings with a combination of human and fish-like characteristics, similar to the traditional mermaid concept. In Norse mythology, the Merrow were believed to inhabit the oceans, lakes, and rivers. They were renowned for their enchanting and mesmerizing singing abilities, which were said to captivate sailors and lure them into the depths of the water. Their songs were said to be hauntingly beautiful, possessing an irresistible allure that could enthrall even the strongest-willed individuals. Additionally, the Merrow were believed to possess great magical powers and were considered highly skilled in the mystical arts. They were said to have the ability to control and manipulate water, influencing the tides, currents, and weather conditions at sea. The Merrow were associated with the sea's vast depths and its ever-changing nature, symbolizing the mysterious and unpredictable aspects of the ocean. Legends and tales about the Merrow often described their encounters with humans, where they would either help or harm them, depending on the circumstances. Some stories depicted the Merrow as benevolent beings, assisting fishermen by providing them with plentiful catches or guiding lost sailors to safety. However, other tales portrayed them as mischievous and malevolent, leading ships astray or drowning those who dared to disturb their underwater domains. The Merrow played a significant role in Norse mythology and folklore, representing the mythical connection between the human world and the depths of the sea. They embodied the beauty, allure, and danger associated with the vast oceans, and were considered both enchanting and unpredictable creatures. It's important to note that Norse mythology encompasses a vast array of stories, and variations in the depiction and characteristics of the Merrow may exist across different sources and regions. However, their association with the sea, their mesmerizing singing abilities, and their proficiency in magic are recurring themes that highlight their unique place in Norse mythology's rich tapestry. Sirens are mythological creatures from Greek mythology. They were typically depicted as female figures with the heads of beautiful women and the bodies of birds. Sirens were known for their enchanting voices, which they used to lure sailors to their deaths. According to legend, sirens would perch on rocks along the coast and sing irresistible songs that would draw sailors towards them. The sailors, captivated by the alluring music, would steer their ships towards the sirens, only to be shipwrecked and meet their demise on the rocky shores. The siren songs were said to be so enchanting that sailors couldn't resist their allure, often leading to their destruction. These mythical creatures symbolize the dangers of temptation and the perils that can come from yielding to one's desires without caution. In Greek mythology, the sirens were enchanting creatures that played a significant role in the mythological narrative. While your statement implies that the sirens were companions of Persephone, it is essential to clarify that there are variations in their origin and association with different figures in Greek mythology. The most commonly known association of the sirens is with the Argonauts and the story of Odysseus. According to the Homeric account in the Odyssey, the sirens were alluring and seductive creatures, often depicted as part woman and part bird. They possessed enchanting voices that were said to be irresistible to anyone who heard them. The sirens would sing beautiful melodies, luring sailors towards their island, where their ships would be wrecked on treacherous rocks. In the context of Persephone, the queen of the underworld, the sirens are not usually depicted as her companions. Persephone, also known as Kor, was the daughter of Zeus and Demeter, and she was abducted by Hades, the god of the underworld. Persephone's abduction led to her becoming the queen of the underworld and the wife of Hades. However, there is a variation in some sources that mention Persephone having associations with the sirens. In these versions, the sirens were initially companions of Persephone before they were transformed into their bird-like form and banished to their island as a punishment. The specific reason for their punishment varies, but it is often attributed to their failure to prevent or report Persephone's abduction, or their involvement in a contest against the Muses, which they lost. It is worth noting that the association between the sirens and Persephone is not as prevalent or well-established as their association with the Argonauts or Odysseus. The most well-known encounter with the sirens is found in Homer's Odyssey, where Odysseus, on his journey back home from the Trojan War, had his crew plug their ears with wax and tied himself to the mast of his ship to resist the sirens' irresistible song. This allowed him to hear their enchanting voices without succumbing to their allure. In Greek mythology, the three original sirens, Parthenope, Ligeia, and Leucosia, emerge as enchanting beings with captivating voices, whose melodies seduced unsuspecting sailors and lured them towards their tragic fate. Parthenope was one of the three original sirens, known for her beautiful voice and captivating songs. She, along with her sisters Ligeia and Leucosia, resided on the island of Anthemoessa in the Tyrrhenian Sea. Parthenope's name is often associated with the city of Naples in Italy, as the mythological origins of Naples are said to be linked to her. According to legend, Parthenope died from her own sorrow after failing to entice the hero Odysseus with her song. Her body was washed ashore, and the city of Naples was established on that spot, naming it Parthenope in her honor. Ligeia, another of the original sirens, was renowned for her enchanting voice and musical talents. Like her sisters, she inhabited the island of Anthemoessa. Ligeia's alluring songs were known to enthrall passing sailors, drawing them closer to their doom as they became mesmerized by her melodies. She and her sisters were infamous for luring sailors towards the treacherous rocks surrounding their island, causing their ships to crash and sink. Leucosia was the third member of the original trio of sirens. She possessed a melodious voice and, like her sisters, was adept at using her singing to lure sailors toward their fateful end. Sailors who fell under the spell of Leucosia's voice would be drawn towards the perilous rocks where the sirens dwelled. The sirens' songs were irresistible and often led sailors to their demise, as they would become entranced and lose control of their ships. The myths of mermaids and sirens have had a significant impact on contemporary culture and various aspects of society. Although originating from ancient folklore and mythology, these captivating creatures continue to influence modern literature, art, film, and even environmental conservation efforts. In pop culture, mermaids and sirens have become popular figures in contemporary culture, appearing in numerous books, movies, TV shows, and artwork. They often symbolize beauty, mystery, and seduction. Examples of their influence include the Disney animated film The Little Mermaid, the novel and subsequent TV series Siren, and various mermaid-themed merchandise. In literature and art, the myths of mermaids and sirens have inspired countless authors, poets, and artists throughout history. Their allure and symbolism make them a frequent subject for creative expression. They have been depicted in classical artworks, such as John William Waterhouse's painting A Mermaid, and in literature, including Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. Finally, in tourism and entertainment, the imagery of mermaids and sirens has been used to attract tourists to coastal regions and destinations. Mermaid-themed attractions, such as underwater shows, mermaid parades, and even mermaid schools, have gained popularity in some places, becoming a source of entertainment and tourism revenue. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of ancient enigmas. If you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more mysteries from the past, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.